Hi everyone, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. We've got a few new subscribers lately, and thank you so much for subscribing. I have a new planner here today. I know it's middle of the year. Why are you starting a new planner? It's mid-May, so not quite the middle of the year, but we are almost there. I found this on YouTube a little while ago and way too late for the 2023 release. But then someone was destashing in one of our Facebook groups and I jumped at the chance of grabbing it. So I thought I would unbox it with you today, show you through it and talk about how I want to use this particular planner. Oh, look, it's so pretty. So this is the yearly notebook from PaperTess Designs. Here is PaperTess Designs logo on the back, and it's in B6, which is so unusual for me these days. I used to be in B6 all the time when I was in ring planners, but moved to Hobonichis and to Traveler's Notebooks. But I really loved the layout of this when I saw it on YouTube and thought I really wanted to give it a go for a work planner. So I'm going to flip through the planner. I'm going to show you what I'm doing currently for work, and then we'll talk about how I'll use this for work. And I've got a cover that I thought I would see how it fits. Not sure it's going to, but let's talk about the planner first. So it has this, what people are calling a leatherette style cover. It is like the Hobonichi A6 English planner cover, except that it's a very smooth texture. And you can see this colour of this one is called Sand. There were two colours, Sand and Sage. And it has this kind of very muted, mottled look in that sand colour. It says Chapter 23, the yearly notebook, and on the bottom it says B6 Full Year Edition 2023. On the spine you can see there that it's a sewn notebook, which means it's going to lay flat. And it says the same things, Chapter 23, the yearly notebook, B6 Full Year Edition 2023 by PaperTess Designs. Now, one of the prettiest things about this is that the edges are foiled with rose gold as well. Very pretty. It's coming off gold on camera actually, but it's a very warm rose gold in real life. Okay, I'm really loving the size. The size of this is fabulous. So I just have my phone here because this is what I would normally carry around to meetings with me. This is the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so it's a big one. So I have this and my normal, I don't know, a 13 I think it is for work. So I would always carry those together, and maybe even in a Delphonics pouch in the future, given that this is a perfect size. Okay, let's open up. And so this is, as I said, destashed. So there's one page of stickers in here, which I can get off with some undo. And then the rest of the planner, I'm told, is completely blank. So we'll go through and have a look. This first spread is completely empty, so you could decorate however you wanted to if you wanted to. We have a This Notebook Belongs To, and this is all in black. And then we have this double page spread, which is blank with a grid. You can see there's a double line at the top there. I might just zoom us in for a look. So we have the lovely pale grey grid. It's a really nice faintness, which I like. I don't like a really dark grid. So the next page is where the stickers are. We have 2023 yearly overview, and they're the Coffee Monsters Co stickers. Oh my goodness, they are very cute. I could leave them. I do love the Coffee Monsters Co, but I wanted this planner to be a minimal style planner, so I probably, sadly, will undo these, but yeah, anyway, today we're just looking through the book, so I'll decide that later. Okay, so then we have the yearly overview, like the tracker style section, I guess you'd say, where we have Q1 and Q2, so January through March, and then the days and dates of the week down the page. So you could use this however you like, in terms of tracking things, listing the things you want to track here and tracking them each day. Or I currently use one of my planners, the work planners, as a leave tracker, like when I'm on annual leave or sick leave or whatever. I am actually taking some time off from work 2 days a week at the moment. So I'm sort of tracking those days and making sure I'm aware of which days I had off and which days I worked, and other things for taxes and things like that, because it is a work planner. So we have the circles shaded here for the weekends. So it's super minimal, as you can see, just all in grey, which is really lovely. We have Q3 and Q4 as well, so July through December. And like I said, today is May, so I think I'll set this up to use from June onwards. I doubt I'll do any kind of back planning or anything. Maybe the sick leave days I'll pop in here if I decide that's what I want to continue doing in here. It's the weekly section that I'm super excited about. So here we have another double page spread, which is empty, just a grid. So, you know, objectives or goals or whatever for the year, things like that might go in here. And I may actually do that since we have some pretty lofty goals and big targets for the coming year. So it starts with a December monthly, and I really like this spread. I think it's super lovely. I had my friend comment that she thought the different fonts were strange here, like we've got a sans serif and a serif font, which when she pointed out to me, I'm like, oh man, but actually it doesn't bother me. Like, looking at it like this, it really doesn't bother me. I actually think the fonts are beautiful. Whether they go together or not is another question, but I don't notice it so much. So funny. So this is a monthly spread. As you can see, we have a space down the side here and a larger space down this side, and then a bigger space across the bottom. So tons of room for notes and things. So you may think it kind of looks small, but this is a 6x5 grid box here with that space across the top as well. And I'm used to planning in a weeks, and I fit everything I need to in a Hobonichi weeks. So I don't think this is any smaller than that, that's for sure. You know what, let's compare. This is my current everyday planner. So if I go to the weekly, the monthly in here, we have 6x7, but it's a much smaller grid. So you can see, I think this is a 3.9mm grid. This looks like a 5mm grid. So the boxes are actually bigger, and I do like that they are square as well. So yeah, that's, to me, much of a muchness, really. Another full page spread, and then we kick into the actual planner. So here's how the planner is set up. We have this monthly spread that you've seen. So Monday through Sunday, which I appreciate a Monday start. Lots of space around the outside to add anything that you need to add. And then a full 2 pages for us to do, you know, monthly type things. And then we head into the weekly. And the weekly has a little notes section at the top and Monday through Sunday down the side. So we've got this small piece of weekly for your appointments or whatever. We have the rest of the page set for a grid, so potentially a to-do list for the week. A master to-do is what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking appointments here, master to-do here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 daily pages within the weekly spread. I'm so excited. I think that's just fantastic. So in my ring planners, I think it was May Paper Co. who first did this for me. Like, I'm sure there are other people who may have done it as well, but for me, the first one I found was May Paper Co., where she created her inserts so that you could interleave your months and your weeks and your days all together. And so we've got the same thing here. By having that 2-page spread here left blank, it allows you to easily fit 8 pages, 7 dailies and a weekly, into the next portion of the planner. So now everything is together. If I'm, you know, sitting here on Wednesday and wanting to check appointments, it's just a matter of a simple page flick. It's so close by that, you know, you don't have to go back and find your weeklies, find your monthlies. If you want to see your monthly, it's right here next to it. So I think that's awesome, and I'm really excited to try it out. It worked really well in ring planners, but I'm just so in love with the bound book situation now that this is where I am. So I'm going to be losing a lot of the book. Let's see how much that is. It's a fair chunk. So this is May. And so here is our June monthly. So I'm actually going to lose almost half the book, as you can imagine, since June is halfway through the year. So that's okay. It's a de-stash, and it's me testing out the planner to see what I think of it. If this works for me the way I think it will, then I will definitely be picking one up for 2024. I'm really hoping she does them. I haven't seen any indication yet. I mean, it's early, but yeah, I haven't seen any indication yet of what's going to be happening for 2024, but I'm really, really hopeful that if I like this planner, it will be there next year. So it does give you January spread as well, and two blank pages after that, like the normal 2 blank pages. And then, I did not know this, there's a section called index/reference at the back, and you get 2 pages for that. And then we have a bunch of blank note paper right at the back as well, in case you wanted to, you know, in bullet journal land, you may want to put some collections at the back, for example, that you want to keep sort of separate to everything else and have a place that's, you know, easy to flip to go through to find them. So yes, I'm very excited about this. I think it's beautiful and such a good concept, you know, for, especially for me, for a work planner. I think that makes sense. I'm probably just going to keep this super minimal. Like I said, I'm just going to use index clips to mark the page that I'm on. I don't even have to mark a month or a week and a daily because they're all together anyway. I'll just probably put this at the beginning of June and therefore know where I'm up to. And then potentially, if I am using the extra notes at the back, then I might put one at that section as well, but I'm not sure I'm really going to need it. I'm really excited about it. So let's have a look at what I'm doing right now for work. So at the moment, I have a couple of things on the go all at once. And really, this is what comes with me to work every day. In fact, this lives on my desk at work, and then these two come in my bag with me. I've brought them home this time because I knew I wanted to film this and talk about it. So I think I've got so many books because I'm a little confused about what I want to do for work. Work is tricky, so maybe we talk about why. So this is a Hobonichi A5 cover with the cover on, and in here I have an A5 Stellargy book. So it's just a plain book, nothing special about it. I've just got a few bits and pieces on the side here, business cards and a couple of stickers, and that's really all. I've got the monthly tabs that I was going to put down here, never did. I thought I don't need to know what month things are in. I can just write whenever I want to write. So the Stellargy book, if you didn't know, has a grid. It has a very fine 0 to 24 down the side here if you wanted to use that. And at the top it has very fine months, days and dates as well if you want to fill all that in. I can't really talk through this book because it's 100% work related, but all I do is just scribble notes from meetings. So I'm just writing notes the entire time. You can see here there's some quick notes there. And yes, it's in blue pen because I've run out of black in here and haven't replaced it yet. But I've moved some pens around, so I'm probably going to put my Sarasa in the work planner soon. Anyway, that's beside the point. So it's just for notes, and I may still just keep this at work for random notes, like big project planning or whatever. Not sure. I don't hate it. It's great, but I was handling my planning in the other books. So let's take a look at those. So I was planning, I had no planner for work in the beginning of the year. And then I had this spare Hobonichi Weeks just kind of floating around because I loved the cover, but I have my other weeks. I have two of them. The other one's being used for my health journal. So I decided to set it up because I had all these beautiful cute stickers and fun things to play with. And I decorated like crazy because this was going to be my personal planner. You can see here I've been marking in what days I have sick leave, and that's all that I've put in here so far, but I will go back and put in my, or maybe in the new one, when I had annual leave as well, like all the leaves. I've done a little bit of decorating I started this in February. So I've done some decorating in the monthlies, and then I use it every single day. Let me show you what I can show you. I've mapped out here, when I decided I was going 3 days a week for a little while for my health, I mapped out a 3-day week scenario, so the 2 fortnights of a 3-day week, and then the 2 fortnights if I was to take 2 hours off a day instead. Just mapping out when where my meetings would go. So then I've just popped in some Happy Mail type stuff in here. I did a little washi tape swatching in here as well, just for fun, because I didn't use the planner in the beginning, so I've got all these empty pages. So then how I did use it was kind of in the typical way that you do. I have appointments down this side. I have sort of to-dos that I want to do on those particular days down this side. I have all the things across here, and I just listed to-dos that were not specific to a particular day, just things I need to get done that week. So I'll flip through to a recent week. Okay, so here's a recent week, and I've been using this because I ended up bringing in my passport to here, and I just mostly use this for personal stuff. I did put in any big meetings that we had at work. I was putting in what videos were being released on my channel, so this became a personal and work planner together. I was tracking what hours I was at work for the days that I was working. And then just a few other bits and pieces. A big to-do list on the side here, and random Happy Mail type stuff I'd pop in here occasionally as well, just for fun. So same thing happened in this week as well. This is the week that's just finished. So, just kind of quick writing things down, nothing super dramatic. But in the back of here is where the magic happens for me. I have these sections in here: videos, series, reels, posts, photos, to do, wish list, herald, which is for work, 2024 planning, journaling. I did some notes for a workshop that I did. So I keep all of that. If I can just show you one of them. So my 2024, they all look like this basically. Just a list of all the things. So this became my little listy planner, and that happened because I picked up my passport and I started using traveler's notebooks for things as well. So I've set this up for 3 books, which is a notes book, a meetings book, and a team book to track my things going on with my team. I lead a team of 10 people. So that's kind of what I was going to do, and I did for a little while. That's what I'm using right now. But when I saw this come up, I thought, that makes things a lot easier. So reason being, I guess, because I'm not actually planning in here, because I wanted to keep this. I decided that I didn't want to do work planning because I use Outlook for everything. So that's great. Outlook is great. And I do use it for everything. But I have found that because I'm no longer planning it out, I just kind of kept it high level in here. Because I'm not planning it out properly, I feel like I'm a little behind sometimes. I feel like I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think what happened is I've done for years planning in ring planners, and because I had a YouTube channel, I would film that every Sunday. Almost every Sunday I would film a Plan With Me. There's a playlist of Plan With Me's on my channel from years ago. So the process of sitting down with my planner, going through my email and Outlook, whatever, and physically writing down what I had on that week, you're going to know what I'm going to say here. It really helps you put it in your brain about what's going to happen that week. And it gave me clarity for the week, and I felt prepared for the week, and it just felt so much different because I was 100% planned for the week. And I do kind of feel like I'm not 100% planned for my weeks anymore. And I think that's because of this lack of prep on a Sunday. I kind of started thinking I don't want to do work stuff on the weekend, and so that's why I wasn't doing it. But I think I miss it a lot, and I think it's good for my own well-being as well to be able to have that real clarity on what's going to be happening for the week ahead. So I'm going to start doing that again. Let me know if you'd be keen to see the plan with me's in here. It's going to be simple, right? I'm going to fill out a monthly spread. Yeah, fill out a monthly spread. I'm thinking maybe a reflection on the month before and then plans for the month ahead. Something like that. I used to also do a weekly review, which was fantastic. I was so organised, actually, in hindsight. I think I still am pretty organised, but I'm doing it all in Outlook pretty much, and it doesn't give me that chance to really meld the personal and the work stuff together. I'm not putting anything personal in here, but by having it written down in a book, because I really prefer written things, I can easily just check this against my personal stuff and just make sure I know what's going on. So that's the current plan for this book. I'll show you as well the plan for next year is going to be using my black standard TN, so for personal planning. So I don't have the insert in here because it doesn't exist yet, but the 2024 weekly is going to go in here, and then I have just a normal notebook in here as well. So the plan would be that this will be a monthly planner. This will be my weekly planner. It will replace this guy and a notepad basically, and I have a card slots in the back here. Oh my goodness, this planner is gorgeous. Card slots in the back there for a wallet, so this will become a wallet as well. So I want this to be a carry everywhere, on the go. My little companion for life will be this guy for personal, completely personal, and then have this PaperTess Designs for work. I have 1,000 other planners that are all staying in rotation. Let's have a quick look at some of them. This guy, the Camel TN, is my newest TN. It's my commonplace book. So I have notes from articles that I've read in here, quotes and things like that. And I have my health journal as well, which is just the best thing. Absolutely adore this. So I do my trackers down this side here. I record some kind of highlight of the week there, and then I do sort of personal journaling on this side. And that's health journaling as well. So I'm recording like meals and how I feel and any symptoms, things like that is being recorded in there. I have my 5-year Hobonichi Techo, just writing, nothing else. And I have my creative journal. So this just stores all the things that I want to record when I'm feeling like recording things. It's dated, but I'm 100% not using the dates. I did not expect to be doing a little planner lineup with you right now. I was just going to talk about this planner. So one last thing about this planner. I have this cover. It's the first Traveler's Notebook cover I ever bought. It's got the Fox and Pip bow on the spine, and it's a Foxy Fix planner from Foxy Fix. And it's the Sugar Mochi leather. I still remember. I didn't have to look it up or anything. I still remember it's the Sugar Mochi leather. So this is a Traveler's Notebook style cover. I haven't looked in this in 100 years. And it's got all these books, these thick covers, all this kind of stuff in here. I'm going to take it all out because I wanted to see if this notebook will fit in here. It's a pretty chunky TN. Like, it's got the really thick spine, so I feel like it might be too big for this book, but I'm willing to give it a go and see. And actually right now I'm wondering if these dashboards, these plastic covers would fit on that planner as well. So I'll just take out all this stuff. This is a whole different world for me. This is like 2017 or something. These clips are gorgeous. They're from Hobby Hoppers. Okay, so I'm going to have to give this a clean because it's pretty grubby. But I just wondered if this would fit in here. I mean, I think it will fit, but if it's too small, if the book is too small for the size of the cover. Okay, so this won't fit. It's just sticking out just a little bit too much at the top there. So it's not going to fit inside this stitching on this side here. So no problem. But while we're here, let's maybe see if one of these plastic covers will fit. Okay, so that's no problem. I'm cool with that. I've just checked the plastic cover. It's not going to fit. It's actually smaller all around than the whole book. So B6 is a funny size. There's different types of B6. So, but also this is just made to be a dashboard, not made to be a planner cover. So if you know of any B6 planner covers, I know Catspresso makes one for this particular book, in this actual book, but it's only sold within the UK and in the US. I think Catspresso still doesn't ship to Australia anymore, which is very sad because I do love her covers. So if you know of a B6 cover for this book, please let me know. I will do a bit of research as well. Okay, so that's the PaperTess Designs B6 Full Year Planner, and I am loving this layout. It's so cool. I love the minimal nature of the planner as well. It's really nice. I have this crazy two-sided personality when it comes to planning. I love the super cute kawaii stuff, as evidenced by just the front page of my health journal. But I really love the minimal look as well, and I think for work I need less distractions, so that's why I went with Astrology. One of the reasons why I went with Astrology in the first place was because it just broke it down to just a notebook, and it was therefore zero distractions. But when I saw this, something clicked in my brain, and I thought that is super cool. Like, it's old school ring planner planning, but in a bound book in a B6 size, so it's small. I can just take this to a meeting and, you know, it's all there in a small scale, and everything's together in one place. I can easily see, okay, no, I can't do something on that day. It'll have to be Friday or whatever. Well, I'm still here on Wednesday. It's awesome. I'm super excited. Okay, I should stop talking. I will say thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Casey who destashed this notebook to me. I'm very happy to have been able to take it off your hands and give this a new attempt for 2023. Alright guys, if you'd like to see how I incorporate this into my very varied lineup, please stick around. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And I'm looking forward to trying this out, trying out all the other things, putting them all together and seeing how they work for me. It's going to be a really fun second half of 2023. I can't wait. Okay guys, thanks again, and I'll see you all super soon. Bye!